Well, guys, it's here. Disney Plus is finally among us, and it is glorious. There's so much to see with the plethora of movies and TV shows and documentaries to explore, and among them is the reason for this video, which we first time ever, we have a live-action Star Wars TV show. And they couldn't have picked a better concept to go with than showcasing the seedy underworld with the series simply known as The Mandalorian. Yo, I was extremely hyped when I heard this series was coming out. And now that I've seen it, well, let's just get to the review. Now, as you will see, I'm using a very different style of review. And for the foreseeable future, I will be using the 10 words or less concept, first used by Jello Apocalypse, shout out to his channel. And then the one who actually inspired me to use it was one of my favorite Dragon Ball YouTubers, Totally Not Mark. I will be doing movies, TV shows, more, and I'll try to add my own spice and spin to it, as in today's episode, where I'm only doing the first episode of Mandalorian, and I'm going to extend it to 20 words or less to add a bit more to it, and then talk about the other stuff as I get through it. But anyway, I'm Shadow King, and this is The Mandalorian, Episode 1. It's an outstandingly written, beautiful looking beginning to what promises to be an amazing series. Now, here's where I would normally talk about the best and worst episodes of a series, but here in this episode, I'm just going to focus on, let's say, the top 5 things I liked about the episode. So, number 5, how beautiful it looks. I can't say it enough. Honestly, I can't wait to be able to watch this all in one sitting because it looks like a freaking movie. It looks just like the recent movies we've been getting, the polished feel. And, I mean, even though I say it has a polished feel, it still looks grim and grimy, just like Rogue One did and Solo did, and I love it. It just looks absolutely beautiful. Just, God, 10 out of 10. Number 4, showing that the hero, air quotes, is not perfect. The scene of the Mandalorian learning to ride the blurg was fantastic, and it shows that despite being a total badass, he'll spend some time this season actually learning and improving, and I like those kinds of stories. Number 3, the practical effects. They look so freaking good! And the attention to detail is just pulls me into the story even more. And I love it. Like, Jon Favreau he put his foot in this series, in this show. All the producers, everything. Number 2, focusing on Mandalorian lore. So, despite the long history of Star Wars, the history, culture, and the lore of the Mandalorians is still relatively a huge mystery. And I think this will show us a lot. It'll give us a lot of, like, ins and outs of how Mandalorian culture was, how it is now after the Empire's fall. Because this is set in between the fall of the Empire and before the events of Force Awakens. Like, and looking at, like, the way the Beskar melt was melted down and given to him and made into a pauldron. That little tiny bits like that. That's what I love. That's what I want to see in this series. And number 1, the cold open. My God. The opening scene before the title drop is superb. Total badassery. Just badass all around the way. And just shows the best part about being a bounty hunter and Mandalorian. And just, I'm looking forward to that kind of action for the rest of the series. I cannot wait. It just looks so freaking good. Well, guys, we're just getting started, and I'll return to this series once all the episodes have dropped, and we'll do the full episode 2 to have whatever many episodes, 10 words less review, and we'll go from there. Now, if you like what you saw in this video, you want to hear more, I'm working on something. Stay tuned. Anyhow, that's it for this video. Guys, I'm excited to be back on YouTube. I've got so many ideas and so much stuff I want to do. And I'll definitely be taking my time to produce these videos and not going to rush into them. If I can't make one this week, I can't make one. I'm sorry. I'm just glad for you guys to be able to watch them. Thank you for watching this video. And if you like what you saw and want to see more, consider subscribing, liking the video, and hitting that bell button to stay notified I'm Shadow King. This is Off the Grid. Stay tuned for more. Bye, guys.